Hey, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com on the line with Andrew Bone of BamaInsider.com as we continue our Class of 2019 Prospect Series. Today we're talking about Jaren Handy, a 6'5", 275-pound Class 2019 prospect out of New Augusta, Mississippi. Bone, give us the latest on Handy. Alabama seems to be really dipping into Mississippi. Handy seems to be one of the Tide's key targets. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, Jaren Handy, big kid, and visited Alabama a couple times in the spring. Really likes Alabama a lot. I wouldn't say he grew up a fan, but he grew up watching Alabama and really liked them a lot. He gave an early commitment to LSU, but decommitted and reopened everything. Obviously taking a lot of visits, has a lot of schools showing very heavy interest in him. He's a major target for a lot of schools, so including Alabama. So yeah, right now I definitely think that Alabama is very high on his list, and I talked to him here recently. He said that he plans on visiting Alabama again in June. He did not say which date he plans on getting over there, but we can definitely expect him back in Tuscaloosa sometime next month.
Now, earlier when you talked to him, he told you that Raekwon Davis, who's also out of Mississippi, 6'7", 310-pound defensive lineman for Alabama, was his role model. Do you think something like that could play in favor for Alabama moving forward?
Well, I think so. I think especially, seeing other kids from Mississippi have success in Tuscaloosa, decided to leave the state and, go elsewhere. Then especially a guy like Raekwon Davis, who almost you put them side by side, they're almost the same person. Jaren Handy's a huge kid at 6'5", 6'6", 275 pounds. Could easily grow into being a Raekwon Davis type player at the next level. So Alabama doing a really good job recruiting him thus far, and I'm sure that they're going to have guys like, when he comes back to campus, have guys like Raekwon Davis, and others recruit him and tell him he can be the next big thing from Mississippi at Alabama.
We're on the line with Andrew Bone, our recruiting analyst at BamaInsider.com. Today we're talking about Jaren Handy, 4-star, strong side defensive end, 6'5", 275 pounds, out of New Augusta, Mississippi. As you know, Nick Saban likes to call top prospects during the night of the NFL draft. Do you think that plays a big role for Alabama in this process to try to lock up a prospect like Jaren Handy?
Well, it certainly can't hurt. And I think that Nick Saban reached out to several top prospects at the NFL draft, the first round of the NFL draft. He probably spoke to 20 of Alabama's top targets in the 2019 class, and Jaren Handy was one of them. And I spoke to him that night. He said he was really impressed that Nick Saban thought about him and wanted to talk to him. Nick Saban told him, you've got a chance to, you could be here in 3 or 4 years down the road if you come to Alabama. You got a chance to, be very, very successful. And I think he really liked hearing that. And obviously, talking to Nick Saban on the phone is a big deal for a prospect, but especially when he's at the NFL draft, supporting his guys that are going in the first round of the draft. So I think he really liked that a lot. And we'll see if it plays out down the road in favor of Alabama. I've seen it. I've seen other kids who've been talked to by Nick Saban at the NFL draft in the past have ended up going elsewhere, but I certainly think it can't hurt.
Do we have a time frame on when we expect Jaren Handy back in Tuscaloosa?
Well, he told me in January. He said he's still trying to figure out a date. Alabama has several dates in June to visit. They've got the prospect camp, high school camp that features all positions, and then just an O-line, D-line camp. And they have 2 of each in the month of June. So I think people are still trying to work out travel arrangements and figure stuff out, but he'll definitely be there sometime in June.
Now, is Alabama the favorite? As you mentioned, he was previously committed to LSU. Who else is in the mix? And like I said, is Alabama the favorite for what looks to be a big-time prospect out of the state of Mississippi?
Yeah, there's some great players in Mississippi this year, especially on the defensive line. And if I had to pick one player from Mississippi that I thought would end up at Alabama, and if I could only pick one, I would probably lean with Jaren Handy, just because of his relationship with the coaching staff, his high interest in Alabama, Raekwon Davis being a role model. I think that Alabama's probably the team to beat there. And obviously, still going to take some visits and enjoy the recruiting process and get to some places in June and July. But as of right now, I definitely think that Alabama's the team to beat for him.
For Andrew Bone, my name is Kyle Henderson, both of BamaInsider.com, as we continue our 2019 prospect series. Find all our content back on our YouTube channel and all our coverage every single day on BamaInsider.com. Always look for the free 30 days, and you can email me with account questions to Kyle at BamaInsider.com. Ton of coverage coming your way all this summer on BamaInsider.com from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is the BamaInsider.com 2019 prospect series breakdown. Catch you next time.